Testing, 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 recording audio. Hello, hello. Oh, welcome. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm back with another video, or at least another attempted video. I think this is about the 30th video that I've tried to record. I don't seem to get anywhere, and I don't seem to learn anything from it. I do, but I forget. You know, it's the age, sign of my age. What can I say? So I have this thing. I have this, and I put my phone in there and switched it on, and this ring light sort of supposed to light your face up, only you end up seeing these rings in my glasses. And yet these glasses I purchased, they've got some kind of like a reflector on it that basically is supposed to reduce the actual amount of light, but it makes it worse. So I think I might go back to my other glasses, because I can see better out of these than I can these. What can I say? Glasses Direct. This is the problem if you don't... well, mind you, I had the prescription done at Boots, and I used the prescription to go to Glasses Direct to get the glasses. I saved some money, but you know, you have to make a transition, don't you, from the old glasses to the new, and you have to get used to them. I'm not used to them. Anyway, I bought a microphone. It's a lot easier when I'm this close, isn't it? Because I can hear myself in the earpiece, so I assume this is how you will hear me. But if I put that down on the table, it doesn't seem to be that clear. I don't know. You know, it's probably because there are controls on the mic. Let's see. Hello, 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 hello. No, it's gone right down now. Let's put that back up there. Let's turn that. Hello. How's that? But you get this interference noise in the background, and then you end up, if there's a noise 3,000 miles away, it picks that noise up. So my next door neighbour's moving loads of things about, so you might hear the clanging that he's doing at the moment. And there's an echo thing. It goes like that. So I don't like that. So I'm going to move that back down there to that. And I'm just going to talk about why I'm come on today. So, you know, some of you might recall, or those that know me or been shopping with me for years, thank you, by the way, they you know that I started in a small bedroom, selling haberdashery, ribbons and so on and so forth, at a time when I was very low in my life. You know, my mother had passed away, and it got me into a cycle of despair, if you like, and it was eBay that got me out of that despair. I found myself selling an old sat-nav that I had on eBay one day, and it kind of woke me up, and I thought, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell haberdashery on eBay. And I didn't really know what I was doing. You know, who does? And you know, when you're moving from, you know, if you're an 80s baby, well, I'm a 60s baby, but kind of grew up, my 80s was my time with all the new romantics. People didn't have mobile phones around then, or computers and so on and so forth. Although I did a bit of computer studies at school, I was familiar with what they were talking about, but I never believed that it was going to change our lives the way it has. Anyway, you know, so I'm one of these people that have to roll my sleeves up and just jump straight in. I can't go and read a manual on how to fly a helicopter and then go and fly it. I'm one of these people that has to get in the helicopter and then figure out how to fly it so it goes all over the place, you know. I'm a bit like that. Anyway, I couldn't believe how great eBay was. It was perfect. It basically got me out of any dark place that I was in at the time, and I ended up getting these spectacular sales, and month on month it was just growing, and it grew and grew and grew for about 2 or 3 years. And I realised that my sales were directly linked to the amount or the number of listings that I had. So I thought, no brainer, increase the number of listings, you increase the number of sales. So, you know, I was doing so well, but now I've got double the number of listings that I had at a time when I had my peak sales. I think I had 600 listings then. Now I've got 1,200 listings. My peak sales were based on 600 listings, and I've doubled that, but my sales are now half of what they were when I was at my peak, with double the number of listings. So something's gone wrong, you know. And basically, I saw a YouTuber had basically described what's going on, and he called it, excuse the French, the shitification of the apps, of all the apps out there and all the platforms, Amazon, eBay, Etsy and so on and so forth. They are reducing your visibility intentionally on purpose. so therefore reducing the sales that you get, and forcing you or encouraging you to pay for promotions. And they keep coming out with new promotions, and the pace of change is just too great. Can't keep up with it. You don't know where you are. You don't get a chance to analyse your costs. I've done a few promotions on eBay, and you do get sales, but they're not profitable sales. You just have see. I feel as if I've become a self-directed slave, and I'm working for less. Well, I'm working. I'm like a busy fool. I'm not making any money, not enough to sustain myself. And so I think in their attempts to try and grow their sales and their profitability to satisfy their shareholders, they're affecting the people who create the marketplace in the first place, the sellers. Because, you can do what you can do to actually please the buyers. You're so important. The relationship between the buyer and the seller is key. But if the seller isn't there selling anything, then the buyer has nothing to buy. And so the sellers have got to be looked after, and they're not looking after them. They're basically taking more and more away, so they're forcing us off the platform. When we go, we take our products with us. We take our desire, our knowledge, our determination, our entrepreneurship. We take that with us. So I don't know what the future is of the apps, of the platforms. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know what the future is of the apps, but it doesn't look very good to me. And I sense something else that's going on, something that would probably suit me as an individual. Although I used to think that I was lacking confidence, but it wasn't confidence that I was lacking. I just didn't feel as if I knew haberdashery as well as I should know it. I still don't. The pace of change in haberdashery is immense. You cannot stock every single product that's available, because the colorways, the sizes, the suppliers, there's just too much. There's no end to it. It goes on and on and on and on. However, for somebody like me who's a bit OCD, a bit compulsive, obsessive, I have to have, if there's a new product that comes out and I've got a feeling for it, because you don't necessarily know if customers want it, but you use your sixth sense, and you're saying this will sell. You speculate and you buy every colour that's available in every size. I have to do that because you don't know which one's going to sell, which colour, and so I end up stocking, the whole range. But I can't just stop at the whole range. I have to go for every size, and then I have to go for every different type. So that's what I am. I'm a bit. My dad looks at me and he thinks I'm a bit crazy, But I've got some things to show you. But I want to go back to moaning if I can. So what's happening? I think, all these apps that are out there. I mean, the main app that I use for my own personal business, for my own shop, is Shopify. I used to use another company called Create, and they were good, but Shopify was better. But now there are some limitations with Shopify, and I'm thinking if those needs aren't satisfied by Shopify eventually, then I'll jump over to Wix, especially if Wix provides them. Wix is another platform. They're chomping at the heels of Shopify, but I'm very happy with Shopify, really speaking, because what's happened recently is that my sales on my shop have begun to exceed the sales that I'm getting on eBay. And I'm thinking, hold on, this is a different thing that's happening. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Shopify did a deal with Google some months ago, and they basically took all the products of every Shopify store that they have, and they've dumped them into the merchant center of Google free of charge. And since then, my sales have grown, month on month they've grown, and to the point where I can't ignore it anymore, because not only are the sales that are coming through from them, they're good sales, and they're people who are sending me messages. Some of you people, the viewers now watching me, might be some of those customers. If not, you might become a customer, and then you'll experience what they're saying in messages that they're sending to me, and those messages are being. Well, the reason why I know is because I also joined Trustpilot, And the number of feedback scores that I'm getting are in the high. They're 5 out of 5, and they're all saying two things: the price is very competitive, and the speed of delivery. And I would say that's my two competitive, my USPs, my unique selling points. One, I pick, pack and dispatch an order on the day that I receive it, provided it's before 1 o'clock, it'll go out that day. Sometimes a bit better after 1 o'clock it will go, I'll pick it and I'll send it anyway. And the price, I operate a system. In order to understand it, you've got to come and have a look. But basically, if you was to buy one zip, it might cost you, say, 30 pence, for argument's sake. And if you buy 10 zips, it'll be £3. It's the same price. If you buy 20 zips, it's the same price. £6, 30p a zip. That's how I work my system. You don't get a discount for quantity until you get to £75 worth of spend. Then you get 15% off. And that's an automatic discount at the checkout. You don't need to have a code or anything. It just automatically happens. Plus, you get free delivery at £35. Although there's a few changes coming up soon. That currently it's first class dispatch, but Royal Mail have put their prices up 3 times in the last 12 months, and I think there's another price increase coming. They're in a state of flux at the moment, and it's having an impact on all businesses. And so I might have to basically introduce a second class dispatch with a further paid premium if you want first class. But I see it's a unique selling point. People want their products, their purchases fast. They want them the next day. So I might just retain first class, but I might have to charge a bit more for it until you incentivize you to spend more money before you get it free. We'll see what happens. Anyway, in the meantime, I saw that there is this thing called SEO, search engine optimization. Many of you might already be familiar with it. But I went and watched a couple of videos on it, and it appears that I've done none. Or there is some SEO that goes on the platform, but it's taken care of by Shopify, but it's not smart SEO. There's a lot of things that I can do. And so I've started looking at what's involved, and I'm going to basically invest an awful lot more time in developing my own store instead of investing that time with eBay. The other thing about it is that the promotions that eBay gets you to invest in are advertising, or what they call paid for clicks in the Google search space. So you pay Google via eBay for clicks. Customers click on a listing of yours.
Here's the definition of via: travelling through a place en route to a destination.
Listening to everything I'm saying. Can you hear that? I've got another phone here, and she's Google. Shh. You pay for a click in Google via eBay. The customer clicks on it. They come to your listing inside eBay. They see what you've got to offer. I end up paying for the click, and then they see that somebody else is selling it inside eBay, or they've got an alternative one, and then they jump onto that listing and they buy it there. So some other seller gets the benefit of me paying for the click, and ultimately it's eBay that benefits, because they get the commission from the sale, and I get nothing. And I'm paying for it. It just doesn't make sense to me at all to pay to grow their business. So it dawned on me that I should be doing it for my own store. So I'm going to be paying Google to promote my own store. So I've basically stopped the promotion, and that's probably why I've noticed some sales, a fall in sales. But those sales weren't profitable anyway, because I was having to pay increased costs to promote it. So plus the commission to eBay, they're taking overall about 22% now from me. They never used to be that. It used to be 13% plus 30p, but with all the costs and the promotions that you give them, they're getting now to over 22%. It's not sustainable, because I need to eat. At the end of the day, I've got to put food on my table. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be concentrating more and more on my own shop, and I think that will also require me to make videos like this and do more social media, and expose myself, not in that way, in the best possible way, and talk about what it is that I'm doing. Because what I normally do is acquire new stuff from the warehouse. Merchandise, I call it merchandising, researching the products, creating the listing, doing my numbers, taking some photographs, and when you've finished creating a listing, you think, right, on to the next one, and I fail to pause and talk about the product and let people know what it is. So I'm going to do a little bit of a catch up right now, and I've got a few products that I want to talk to you about. I haven't done any research, I haven't done any planning for this. I just want to gather my thoughts a minute and tell you what it is that I'm talking about. Webbing, okay. When I first started stocking webbing, it was polypropylene webbing. I've still got it, and I have 15mm, 20mm, 25mm, 40mm, and 50mm. It's 2-inch. So it's like a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, inch and a half ish, and 2-inch. And I got it in about 15 colours, and it's good quality polypropylene webbing. And I've always sold it. I've had my highs and my lows with it. The difficulty I have with it is it's hard to send out, because you can send 5 meters of 1 inch at the large letter rate, but the moment any more than that, and it falls into the packet, into a package, a parcel, and that's a lot more expensive to send it, so it forces the cost up. So the only way that you can make it more cost effective is by selling more of it, say 20 meters for a price. But who wants to buy 20 meters? Some people do, of course, but not everybody does. Some people only want to buy 1 meter because they only need 1 meter for 2 bag handles on a tote or something like that, so that's fine, that's okay, not a problem with that. But I've never stopped to tell people what I've got, and I should have bought some to hand, but it's on my website in the webbing section. But there's a couple of other webbings that I've got. The next webbing that I bought was this one. This is a lovely webbing. This is 100% cotton. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can show you. Can you see? Yeah, you see that herringbone weave on it? It's called twill tape, but people do use it as handles on for totes and shoulder straps and that kind of thing. This one's a 2-inch one in white. There's 3 colours. There's ecru, sort of creamy ecru, black and white. That's the 2-inch, and I have it in 15mm, 20mm, 25mm, 38mm, and 50mm. So there's a good wide range of sizes, limited to 3 colours. Right, that's reasonably priced. I get on my own store, I get quite a few people buying whole rolls of it. They come in 50-meter rolls, but it's beautiful to touch and handle. It's just lovely, and it's strong. Let's have another little look. You see it's got that herringbone weave. I think there's 5 channels by the looks of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5 on that one. Can you see? It's got that zigzaggy sort of weave on it. Lovely, beautiful stuff. Now the next one, right, is it is actually sold as an acrylic webbing. It's very soft, it's strong, but it's got that cotton feel to it. It's like a cotton-rich acrylic webbing, and it gives it. It makes it sort of like hold on a second. Oh, I didn't bring it. So basically, there's 2 sizes in this one, right? There's 2 sizes. There's a 25mm, and there's a 38mm, an inch and an inch and a half. I've got the inch and a half here because it's this particular batch of webbing that prompted me to come on and make this video today. Can you hear that? He's got this doing vacuuming. So it's incredible. Okay? I know you can hear it because I can hear it. Can I? I think he's drilling outside on the street. But basically I've got this webbing here. There's a whole roll of it, right? There's, I think, 20 colours or 22 colours. In the 1 inch I've got all of them. In the 1.5 inch I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, I've got 9 and another 10 colours on order. So there's 19, in this size there's 19 colours. And I just put this one on yesterday. Now if I can open one up, let's have a look at this one. This also has a herringbone weave on it. You might ask, well, why have both types? Well, because that one's 100% cotton and this one is acrylic, so it has different pricing points. I really can't remember, excuse me, I really can't remember the prices of them, but in this one I'm selling it on my website. In the 1 inch I've got 2 listings. I've got one where it's just a 5 metre length, and then I've got another listing where you can buy 1 metre, 2, 3, 4 or 5. What I haven't been able to do yet is basically create listings for whole rolls of these, which I will do. I just haven't got around to it. It's because of the amount of work involved, you see, that's the difficulty. But this one, let's have a look at that one. I don't know if you can see that one. There's another. It's got a herringbone weave, see? There you go. That's the 1.5 inch one. This is also nice and soft, but strong. It's got a little bit of stretch in it, just a little bit, not a lot, and lovely webbing. I've got that, remember, in 1 inch and 1.5 inch. I think he's vacuuming out his van. That's what's amazing about these microphones, is they pick everything up. But part of the problem is you need some kind of soundproofing, or you need to make these videos when nobody's around, but that's not possible. Anyway, okay, so that's that webbing, right? Great for bag makers. Now the next one, right? I've done it again. The next one, I've got 2 types here coming up. I've got one which is these, oh, excuse me, hold on. Yeah, this is the 1.5 inch. Is it the 1.5 inch? No, this is 30mm, I think. Let me just double check. I'll get yeah, 30mm, right? So it's like just under 1.25 inch. And I've got this in 1 inch and this one, 1.25 inch. And this is a cotton weave, a basket weave, if I can just take the pin out, a basket weave, 100% cotton webbing. It's stronger, right? If you can see that, there. I've got another neighbour, he likes to sing. You can probably hear him. That's that one, that's, see the weave in that, that's called a basket weave. This is a stronger, this is bag handle stuff, or reinforcers, you know, definitely for bag making. Stronger strap. You can see it's about, I don't know if that could show you the thickness of it. There, look. So there you go. And in this I've got 30 colours, I think. 30 colours. Well, you can hear all these noises going, because it's an industrial estate, you see, so there's work going on here. That'll go off in a minute. Anyway, there's that. And then finally, this is the penultimate, not the penultimate, the last. Let's just see if I can show you this one. This one, okay. This is a heavy duty webbing. Now this is available in 3 sizes. It's, let me just double check. 3 sizes. Yeah, it's, that's right. 1 inch, 1.25 inch, and then 1.5 inch. So it's 40mm. 40mm. 30mm. And 25mm. Right? And this is a heavy duty cotton webbing, so it's like the other one I just showed you, but it's thicker and heavier still. I only got this, well I got it about a week ago, but I only just put it on yesterday. This is quite thick. This also has a basket weave to it. Oops, can you see that one? And that's the thick, see how thick it is, it's thicker. Strong, very strong. Heavy juicy cotton, 100% cotton, basket weave webbing. They only come on 10 metre rolls, as do the other basket weave, but I sell these by the metre, and I'm available in 3 colours. Like the twill webbing that I showed you earlier, there's black, white and ecru, this colour. There's the white and then the black. So that's my spotlight on webbings. Yeah, so that's better. That's my spotlight on the webbings that I've got. I think I'm going to make a similar video where I can show it on the screen, because show the actual listing, because the listing will enable me to actually show the photographs that I've taken, or the stock photographs that I've got from my supplier, and you'll be able to see the prices and all the text that goes with it. But perfect if you're a bag maker. If you want the colour choice, I've got it. If you want the sizes, I've got it. The price, you'll love the prices, and the more you spend, the cheaper it becomes, in the sense that you exceed the threshold of £75, you'll get 15% off. So it's worth doing, and especially once you've done your numbers. And if you're a maker, if you're somebody that makes to sell for profit, then you'll love it. I think you just need to know that I've got it. But remember this, the big thing about crafting, in my view, is that you've got to have your palette, you've got to have your colorways, your color range, because if you're a creative type and you get an idea, you have that moment of inspiration where you really want to jump on the project and get it going straight away, you're limited, or you're restricted if you haven't got the products to hand. So it's important to build up your I call it the palette, but for fabric, for instance, it's called the stash. You need to have all your colorways. So I'm hoping at some point, when I get around to it, to actually make up some what I call Martin's best ideas. So I'm gonna basically make some listings where you get 1 meter of each color or 2 meters of each color, and to wrap it all up in a roll, so it makes it more cost effective, and your money will go further in terms of the range. So you'll have all the colors and all the sizes. Of course, you've got to pay for it, but it'll be a cost-effective way of doing it. So that's what I've really got to say today. Oh, the only other thing is all the webbings, most of them also come with the rainbow colours as well. This is another one that I've got a list. It's different to the others. I've got about half a day's worth of photographing to do of products that I haven't put on yet. This is one of them. I've got to go upstairs to photograph it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Help me out. I really, as an independent seller, we take all the risk. We invest an awful lot of time. It's limited. It's not an infinite source. Eventually life comes to an end. So I'm alive at the time that you're alive, and it would be very grateful if you would support me. At least just pop along to my shop, and if you can give me any feedback on anything, it'd be gratefully appreciated. If there's something that you want that I don't stock, let me know. I might be able to get it, and I'll be only too happy to help. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Speak to you soon. Bye.